She said it's hard to leave it when it's dead, it's gone. It was all good, now you can't keep it strong. Said it's hard to leave it when it's dead, it's gone. It was all good, now you can't keep it strong. She said she love it when I'm flashing on my cat, but she hate the game of play. It's a dirty game of bad. Hey, get you complicated when you think the same. With a plan, when you cheat, don't complain. Yeah, every time I go out, she be tripping, hit the plan B. Hop up in another with that just getting nasty. Don't just fall in love, got the magic from panties.
IntellectualRadio.com. We're here with the cast of It's Complicated. It's complicated. And I'm here to tell you why. Actually, I'm just here to give you my opinion why it's complicated for me, as the other ones follow along as well. I'm Kia Sharice. We have
Carla, Dion,
and we have a special guest by the name of
Solomon Pratt, the best personal trainer in Chicago.
Welcome, everybody, to It's Complicated, IntellectualRadio.com, our heart radio. So, my name is Kia Sharice, and I'm here for another segment of It's Complicated. And why is it complicated? It's complicated for me because I'm single. I'm single and I'm beautiful. And I want to know why. So I'm open to the options of boisterous opinions to inform me or guide me into where I can find a great companion, possibly marriage in the future. I'm not sure just yet, marriage, but I'm open. So I'm not sure. Am I doing something wrong? I mean, what am I doing wrong? Am I not coming to the table full force? Or am I lacking? Or is it the men that I'm running into or having encounters with not on the same level or on my page? I don't know. I don't know which one is it, but I'm willing and I'm open to, hear both sides and get a full view of really is and where I fall or slack, maybe possibly lack. Carla, you got any input on why it's complicated?
Ooh, the show ain't long enough for that. But let's just go with what we know. I think that it's very important that we kind of address some issues that we haven't touched yet on the show, which a lot of us have complications, whether it's the women, whether it's the men, Solomon, but we all have our issues with relationships. And I think that it's important for us to not so much address the issues, but I think it's important for us to address some solutions. Mm-hmm. A lot of us have went through heartache. We went through, knowing what it's like to have a broken heart. And I think it's very important for us to reinforce the values of what a strong relationship represents. So instead of us getting into the bickering about how men are pathetic or how women are pathetic, we all have our issues. We've all been there, done that. I think that it's important for us to reevaluate our strategy as far as having a strong relationship and what that details. So I myself can say that it's complicated because I'm just ready for someone who's ready to know what it means to be in a unified relationship. That's it. That's all. God put us together for a reason so we can be evenly yoked. So if that's the purpose, then why not work off of that purpose? Why not fulfill that purpose? We spend so much time going against the grain instead of working together that we work against each other. So I would like to have the opinion of Solomon to see where he at with this game and see how he feel about it's complicated.
Excellent. You asked the right person. So my job as a personal trainer, I actually sell the upgrade. So my job is to make a woman better, pretty much. And most guys, their problem is that they don't have the skills and knowledge. And most guys basically just pretty much praise any woman just because she's cute. And I'm used to women just being beautiful, having nice bodies, but I look at like, okay, what assets I should bring to the table? How can she enhance my life? Because I say, okay, so tell me, so besides you being beautiful and cute, I mean, what can you do for me? What can I learn from you? I mean, how can you, make me better? But most of the time, a lot of times the women, their dating selections are only regulated to, I say, pretty much simps and suckers.
And what do you mean by that?
Because it's like a lot of times when a guy basically tells the truth about something, women look at it as disrespect. Because a lot of guys go out their way so hard to basically try not to offend women at all. They go hard just because they want to have sex with a woman. But a real man, a real true to the game dude, he gonna say what he want to say regardless, and he don't care if a person want to have sex with him. Cool, he like whatever. I get somebody else. So it's basically like a war between the real dudes and the. It's like about 2,000 real dudes in every single country battling about 15 million simps and suckers. So us real dudes are trying to hold it down. So yeah, and then I would say this is probably one of the main reasons that women have a harder time is that a real dude that has game and he has knowledge and he has skills, he's not going to let a woman lead him. A woman can give me insight, she can give me some knowledge, but a woman can't lead me because women don't respect guys that they lead. But a lot of times, women
speak that. I think we agree with that.
I agree.
Yeah,
I definitely agree.
You all picked the right person today.
You're like, you got the right brother today, I tell you that.
I agree. I like the fact that you made mention that we as women, we like to follow. I don't mind following. I am an alpha woman. I do take care of business, and I don't mind standing on the forefront. However, I like the input from my significant other first, and then I may follow along, or I may come to the table and say, hey, we need to reevaluate the situation and come to grips with an agreement.
And then that's cool, them things. So all that stuff you're saying, I totally agree with. But only thing is, I say the most time women problem is this though. Real dudes are not going to deal with a woman bossing him around.
Oh yeah, no.
So that's a totally different. Like,
I can concur. That's true.
And the average great really don't want to wear the pants. In actuality, no. Most of us wear them because we don't have a choice.
Right. Exactly.
But we don't wear them because we want to. I bet if you ask a million women right now, would they rather sit in the back seat and allow their man to stir the way? They would say, I'd rather sit back and I'll give input and I'll help and I'll be that strong wheel behind you.
Yeah, I mean,
he can be the head, but I'm the neck, and I can turn the head whichever way I want to. Let's not get it twisted, okay?
Just like with Obama, him is a good woman.
A strong woman.
Yeah, so I totally agree with that. But like a lot of times, like women when they're younger, okay, I'll put it down. A woman is a reflection of a man. If a man has
vice
game,
versa.
She's gonna have game. If a man is a whack dude, she's gonna be a whack female.
Yeah, over time.
You gotta know your words. You gotta know your words.
Because I think you get drugged down.
Yeah, but I say too, like this is the main thing that really, really causes a lot of conflict. A lot of times when a woman, when she's younger, her definition of masculinity when she's in her early 20s, she want a guy that he's exciting, he's heavy in the streets, he sells drugs. So the same thing that attracted you to this guy is biting you in the butt. Because this guy later on, that same guy that you were so intrigued that he's exciting, he's unpredictable, stable, he's not checking in with you, and then the streets is his laws. So the same thing that attracted you to this guy is, so
are you saying that a lot of women that you find that you're attracted to because of their age, that they're not ready for masculinity with maturity?
I say that a lot of women don't really know what a real man looks like.
I will concur with that.
No, I say it's because like really. It's really like a lot of guys out there, they basically want, a good woman. They do basically whatever she want. But really, honestly, it's only a small percentage of women. I mean, it's a small percentage of guys that women really want to have sex with. Really?
Well, reality is a woman knows she want to have sex with you when she first look at you. Let's just keep it real, right, ladies?
Yeah, that's true on that. But really, what I'm saying is, especially in America, but it's different. I date women from around the world. I date women from.
You can take me to any country, and I assure you, it's gonna be the same.
Just to piggyback a bit, are you saying that there's a lack in numbers for good men?
No. I'm saying that there are plenty of guys out there that they will praise a woman just because she's fine, she got a nice body, a big butt and thing. But most women, they get tired of a guy kissing their butt. So you should think, a guy actually really, perfect example. A nice guy.
I like my butt.
A nice guy is actually not even true to you. That he's doing whatever just to kiss your butt because he don't want to jeopardize sex. A lot of times when a guy is bold or he's arrogant or he's an asshole. But a lot of times those are the guys who get the women because really they're being themselves. They don't care whether you like it or not. And then he has this era. He has this vibe. Okay, you like me or not? This is who I am. Deal with it, or I'm gonna be with somebody else. And that attracts women a lot.
Question. To piggyback again, you made mention, maybe I should question it differently. You mentioned that there's a shortage, I should say. And
No, I didn't say that.
Yes,
I said that there are a lot of men out there, but it's only a small percentage of the men that women want to have sex with.
No. Back before, you may mention that there's a small percentage or a shortage of the good guys, and then the street guys, the ones that aren't.
He said real men. I think.
Yeah, real men. We're real men and punks.
Oh no. Yeah, I said
men and punks.
I said it's a war between real dudes and punk ass
Exactly.
dudes.
So we have the majority, which is, say, for instance, you said there's 2 million punk dudes and there's about 2,000 great dudes.
Real dudes.
Real dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Real dudes, punk dudes, bad dudes, great dudes.
Yeah.
They're all, So what does that mean for us? Because it sounds like with those figures, the odds are against us, because we're not running into that small percentage of the 2,000. We're running in the 2 million.
Yeah, it's more because it takes a lot of, and this messed up a lot of guys. A lot of guys, especially, a lot of guys figured, okay, if I have money and I just give women money, a woman's gonna like me, but it don't work like that. Like me, when I go out.
Well, it works like that. It just works like that for people who doesn't have their priorities in straight.
Yeah.
If your priorities is about the come up of what somebody can give you or do for you, then yes, it definitely works like that. That's why society is built on materialism. It's built on consumerism. The more money you have, the more money you spend. The more money you have, the more things you buy. That includes people.
Which is why it's a male-dominated society in the work industry.
But yeah, I agree with that. To a certain extent, but it's like money can get you a lot of sex, but it can't get you respect. Like a lot of guys, that women, okay, they'll give this woman.
I don't know. I respect a lot of men that make paper.
But no, it's cool. Like I said, okay, this is what I say.
More than I respect.
This is what I tell you though. It's like
me though.
When a guy basically tries to compensate for lack of gaming character and just say, okay, let me just buy you something. I'll take you to the mall and buy you whatever. It's either you come out your mouth or you come out your wallet. And a lot of guys pretty much do. They basically walk around with their penis in their wallet. So they're just trying to go and buy whoever just to have sex with them.
Well, tell us something. Way. Tell us, you gave us a perspective on men in general, your insight as a man, what you think about it. But tell us personally, your personal experiences as far as dating women and what you go through.
Perfect. Okay. Excellent question. With me, I pretty much only deal with smart women. I only deal with women. Give me the smartest woman in the world, as long as she's cute and thing, I can work and stuff out.
Intelligent.
Me as a trainer, the smart women are always the best one. It's like women who are ignorant and ghetto, they can't stand my guts, and that's good. I love that. I love that with a passion. So yeah, because then I'm thinking a lot of women want a guy that they can control. A guy's gonna do regular streets.
Where are you getting that from?
Because I'm a trainer. I hear it all. This, like I said, most of my clients are women. About 98% of them are women.
What do you consider controlling?
Okay,
that's where I was going.
Okay, so a guy that a lot of guys will basically be with a woman that has the best sex or the best head game. They basically.
Let's just be realistic though. Ain't nobody gonna walk away from no good head or no good pipe.
Well, actually, I would. I done plenty of beautiful women who look good.
But you are a man, so what comes in your direction is different. When women are more habitual than men. Meaning, if we have a man that satisfies us in any realm of satisfaction, we're more acceptable to sticking with that man.
Yes.
Yeah.
A man gonna move around. He don't care if the sex is good or not. It's irrelevant to him wanting to try something new. Yeah. Whether he's trying it, tasting it, feeling it, rolling with it, whatever he want to do, it's the fact that it's something new.
Yeah, I agree with that. Cause like guys,
most men ain't going with the fact that, hey, the woman you probably with is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get, but it's gonna be good. Men may not be ready to step up to the plate and just be content with that beautiful woman that they already have, because they always itching for something new.
Yeah.
So again, don't flip the script. Tell me personally, for you as a man, what it does for you. If you're out here dating, you said you look for a woman that's intellectual, that's smart, but yet you want her to have some eye candy because you want to be attracted to her. So what else? Yeah. What else is it about to you that makes it complicated for you?
No category of smart.
Exactly. What's smart?
But this is pretty much it's really hard to find a woman that has enough balance. Like I said, so definitely This is how I judge a woman. First, I judge a woman based off of her body, how tight her body is. I look
That's
at that.
because you're coming from a personal trainer
exactly,
perspective.
exactly.
That's okay.
But,
Because the fattest chick in the world could be the baddest chick for you.
Yeah.
It
She
depends on
could.
who you are, but me being a trainer, that would be the worst thing for me because people say, okay, he's a trainer. If his woman ain't listening to what he's saying, why should we?
But why is her body relevant to her being a good woman?
I mean,
she may be
trainer.
comfortable being fat and eating
It's a
chips and sitting on the couch.
stereotypical
Yeah,
type
but
of.
you know, but
I'm just saying,
but
she
this
may
is how-
want bombs.
But that's his choice.
But yeah,
Exactly.
I'm a trainer, so
That's
this is-
okay.
this
That's
is
a
me, though.
choice.
But really, if you think about it too, if you get into the biblical times, since day one, this is how it's been. Society judges a woman first off her looks first, and then with a guy, they basically judge a guy off of first about his level of
His
game.
status.
Yeah, his status, his level of game, you know, how he make money. It's like if you look good, that helps. But read it, you know, so a guy, it's differently. It's been
Well, that has nothing to do with biblical. That has to do from when you're born.
Yeah,
That's
day
from
one.
day one of
Yeah.
being born, because we teach our young men, our boys, you take care of your household, you take care of your mom, you take care of your sisters, you take care of your family. And then we teach our girls to be princesses. You know, you look for your knight in shining armor who's going to take care of all of those things.
But,
so that's from birth.
But I say that's excellent. Yeah, okay, me. I don't mind doing stuff for a woman that she's worthy. But if I don't know a person, you know, so I'm gonna get to know her. Like I don't go and like how some guys do, they want to spend $100, $200. If I don't know this person from a can of paint, first let's see how your character is, and then I'll see if I like you. Then I don't mind doing the stuff later on. But if I don't know you,
so you don't care about getting your knob wet. You care more about the real stuff.
I get all that stuff. No, I said so. It's like with me, I don't have to use money to try to impress people. It's like my mouthpiece and my character and my game does that for me. I don't even go out and spend.
I get it. I understand. Kalisha,
actually, I don't even go on dates.
Welcome, Kalisha. How are you? Everybody, this is Kalisha.
Hey, baby girl.
With It's Complicated. Kalisha, we just were speaking with Solomon and getting a male's perspective of, you know, what's dating like today.
Yeah, I was.
And he made some solid points, some that I agree with, and a couple that I'm just still confused with. I guess I'll talk with him after the show.
I'd like to ask Solomon, how old are you?
You're 31.
31.
Oh, he still got
So
no,
he's
seasoned veteran.
Look, I said that's cute.
Seasoned veteran.
Okay, Mr. Seasoned veteran.
I'll show you season. It's in my garage.
My question I want to say is, so you said you're 31.
Yes.
What age range are these women that you are seeing at this gym?
Perfect. With me, I pretty much only deal with women like about.
No. Not that you deal with.
Oh, that I train from
the women that you hear in the gym that you say, I hear these women all the time. How old are these women?
My clients range from 35 to about 54.
And they're all controlling like that?
No. I never said that, though. I never said that they're all controlling. But pretty much, too, they all tell me the same thing. Most of them, their boyfriend is a former drug dealer, and then they actually wind up getting caught up, and then they're trying to change.
Where you work at?
So I don't work for nobody.
Okay. Where is this located?
It's in Maywood. And I also travel with
you want to go to that gym?
Yeah, you can come. Yeah.
So what age women do you date, Solomon?
Okay. Excellent question. You're on the money. I pretty much only deal with women like about at least 29 on up, at least 29 to about 36, probably like around that age.
So basically, you don't date anyone from the age group of anyone from the right of you.
What you mean?
Basically, you talking to grown women.
Yeah.
We grown women.
Oh yeah, exactly.
We come seasoned. We come with a little.
We're veteran.
A little.
Yeah, because like this is exactly.
So you talking to women from a different cloth than what you're talking about. I mean, let's just keep it real. Most women, it takes a lot of growth for women and men.
Yeah.
I mean, when you come from living your life, you live a certain lifestyle, you know. The girls and I, we were fortunate enough for Kia to share this video with us earlier on the different perspective of women who have been through different situations, and we've all been there, done that.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? So the thing that I think is very important is that until you really kind of become seasoned in the life, it's really difficult to know all the perspectives, because you know, a lot like what I wanted to share with Kia too about the video that she was so awesome to share with the girls is that we all have those perspectives, but it matters to me where you at with it. Meaning, it don't matter what you've been through. It don't matter what your story is. It matters that where do you go from here?
Right.
We all have been through caca. here and back. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So to me, it's relevant that where do we go from this juncture?
Mhm.
It's complicated, yes, but at the end of the day, does it have to be?
It's kind of like church.
Yeah.
It's kind of like church. Did you walk out the same way you went in?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got to come out a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah. When do
you
you
still
grow
doing the
from
same
these
thing?
lessons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
man.
you
You're
have
doing
to
the same
recognize that there's a
Yeah.
lesson to be learned
Exactly.
to be
Yes.
able to change too.
Exactly.
And I think that that's a
That's
lot
true.
of
And I'm
problems.
definitely there.
Yeah, that's true. But then if you're making the same mistake, that's actually insanity.
Exactly. But see, that's my
That's
point.
what I think.
But
that
some
a lot
people
of
like insanity. They
Well,
even name the
well, so
exercise out.
I say then don't complain. Or then too, I say the other reasons that a lot of people have what they call unstable relationships. And unstable relationship is when two people are not balancing each other out. Because love ain't enough.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But a lot
I
of women
agree.
still think that.
I agree with
And
that.
okay, you can
Well,
love
a
this
lot of
guy.
women, just like a lot of men, are idiots.
Yeah, mostly.
And that's why they constantly fall into this imbalance.
But you know what? I want to say something. Why? And I hear a lot of people say it. Love is not enough. Love conquers all, and that's something that the Bible teaches all the time. Love conquers all. If it's real love, and like she said, Miss Janice, if it's true love, then things will balance itself out. But that goes back to saying what she's been saying from day one.
Thank you.
Just because a man is a great man and he has all these key pointers, and because this woman is a great woman and has all these key pointers, does not mean that they're great together.
Yep.
So
Mhm.
I think can't say love is not enough, because love is what you're aiming for. That's what, because we'll say that all day long. Oh, I'm in love. I love him so much. I'm one of those people. Oh, I'm in love. Am I really? Am I really? Are you really? I think I think love kind of makes a relationship what it is. A real love, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Well, this is
I have
my
no
thing.
point on that.
This is my ordeal. Before we get to real love and true love, there are several steps you have to follow protocol to even get to that point.
Mhm.
And I think that that's where we're lacking.
Yeah.
Is even getting that far. We're not even getting past the first date. A lot of us at this age.
We're not even getting
past
to
the
like.
phone call.
We're not even getting to like.
Right, because I mean, I know me. The first time you say something that is just not to my liking,
It's
I'm
a wrap.
not giving you 5 more minutes
Not
of my
even
time.
getting
It's a wrap.
Next.
But you know what? And that's the same thing with the man. Just like that man said on the last show, he said the same thing. He was like, we can't even get past, a conversation, or she has an attitude, and they cut you off. What did he say? If a woman was to tell me something like that, that would be the
That
end
she
of
was
our.
dating.
That'd be it.
Question.
It seems like okay. Go ahead.
Question, Solomon, if you was to meet a gorgeous, young, in shape
In
woman,
shape.
Smart. Make sure she's
Smart,
smart.
intelligent.
What's in shape though? 'Cause I
Woman.
thought I looked good.
and
Got a
she
little extra
told
cheese
you
look.
that I'm currently dating, meaning that she has maybe 5 to 6 other people that she's seeing at the time. Is that something? Is that a turnoff for you?
Yeah, because pretty much too, I know all the women co-workers and all this stuff like that. So really, what she said is that, okay, dating is actually when you're in a relationship with just one person. People, you're not dating. You're just out there just busting it open.
That's not no.
That's
Absolutely not.
wait. Maybe he just. I'm going to reiterate that.
No.
Okay. A woman comes to you and you meet her. You guys meet and you're out, and she tells you, "Hey, you know what? I'm dating other people. I'm seeing other people at this time." Are you further interested in dating? Are you further interested in dating?
If I just want to have sex with her and we're just cool, then that's perfect. But
Okay.
if I want something more serious or whatever, more serious, where basically I benefit her, she benefit me, she actually, add value to me, and then I want more than that, then it depends on what I want.
Solomon.
So what if you wanted more from her?
Solomon. I think the question she's trying to ask you is, because you still didn't answer the question. The question is, if you were interested in a young lady and you asked her, so, what are you in a relationship? And she tells you, no, I'm dating. Plain and simple, I'm dating. What is your perspective on her dating? What are your thoughts of her? I'm dating.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, my thoughts on her dating different guys like that is she busting it open.
See,
I mean,
What do you mean busting it open?
That's
Okay, tables are turned. dating 5 or 6 different women, dating, going out, maybe dinner. You guys catch each other at the bowling alley. You know what I mean? You go for a quick swim or even maybe a workout. Another young lady, and you say, hey, you know what? I'm seeing a few people. You know, we hang out from time to time. Does that mean that you're sexually active with all the women that you're with?
Oh yeah, it could be, but this is what I think. This is what I think. As long as the person is basically,
This is why I'm saying.
I can break this down. Like I said, this is gonna shock y'all.
You ain't sticking and moving on all the women. Stop playing.
Like I said, it's been this way. Actually, it actually can't work out. Usually when a woman is talking to a few different guys, it's gonna be some type of dishonesty there. She's not gonna say, "Well, I'm fucking him. I'm begging him. I'm begging him." You know. So yeah, but if she kept it honest,
watch the language, sir.
If she kept it honest and cool, I think it could work out. But it really. In like a lot of Eastern countries, that's actually how it is. Like this guy, he has this woman here, this woman there.
We ain't even gotta go
What's honesty? You just said if she's honest about what? She just told you she was dating. She didn't say I'm busting it down on everybody I date.
Most women are not gonna say that, but you know, most women are not because most guys really can't handle it anyway.
Check Kalisha.
Yeah,
I'm dating.
Okay, so
Kalisha, we're gonna get down on the other end here. Kalisha,
yes,
you was to meet a guy, young guy. He's fairly young. He's attractive and intelligent, right?
Right.
And he tells you, hey, you know what? I'm dating. I'm seeing other people right now. Is that a turnoff for you?
No, because so am I. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and I said
that doesn't mean I'm busting it open either.
I mean, it depends on what you want. So if I don't want a relationship and we just cool, that's perfect then.
But how do you know when you first meet someone that you want a relationship? Don't you have to build some type of foundation as far as figuring out who that person is to even know if you want to be with them?
I mean,
that's what dating is for, so that you can figure out.
No, but dating is actually just being with just one person.
No, that's a relationship.
Man's perspective,
this is so funny.
That's what man's
I had this conversation, long drawn out conversation with a really good guy friend of mine, and my perspective of dating is when you're hanging out and you're just seeing people.
Yes,
I went on a date with him.
Enjoying dinner or a movie,
right?
Or
Exactly. Now, dating.
You're getting yourself in a situation to where you can look forward and see past all the other ones, and you're just focused on
dating
one.
Is enjoying
then
company.
that means you're now focused on one, company. And you're together. You're monogamy. Right. You know, it's called monogamous relationship. So that's the difference. So when you're dating, you're open. It's open date. I went on a date with this guy. If I went on a date with someone for the first time, and I go home. Does that mean I'm dating him because I went out with him that night?
I mean, man,
I may not even call him again.
Between going on a date and dating. And
exactly.
Dating is the stage before the actual relationship. So you date, basically dating people to find out. First, you have to decide on what you're looking for and what you're ready for. If you're ready to be in a serious relationship or if you only want to date. So once you determine that, you still have to date. The first thing is dating people and getting to know people to see who you want to be in a relationship with. Or if you're just dating, like, you know, sexual relationships, whatever. But dating is not serious to me. It's the step before. So it's pretty much, it leaves you open. And as far as the way I look at it, for me, I feel like if you're dating and you let the guy know this, then they're not going to take you serious. So for me, I don't tell anybody anything. I just keep it to myself. I don't lie about it, but I don't share it either. So I feel like, you know, I'm going to date whoever I want until if there's somebody I meet and I'm interested in them to go that next step further and things are working that way, then I'll stop dating other dudes and put my interest there, and then we'll be dating and, you know, go into a relationship.
You know,
I don't spend a long time dating though, because I'm looking for a relationship, something long term, and eventually to get married. And so I don't waste my time like dating people. If I can't see myself with that person or this, then I don't even continue to date them. It'll be just a date.
You know what? I think the sad part is what's really sad. Solomon is 31, and the gentleman that was here before, I'm sure he was much older than you. His views of the word dating is the same thing as yours.
Which shows you what?
Women having sex with that's absurd.
That's why.
So when I say I'm dating for a man to look at me and say, well, she's off the market, or, well, I guess I'm going to be the next one to sleep
Well, you
with
got to
her, too.
understand, sweetie, that
No.
that's based on their
Yeah.
fantasy, okay? They think
It's
that
absolutely
because they-
outrageous.
That's
that you
because
say-
they're territorial.
That's why I don't
Men are
exactly
territorial.
men
And
like to
that's
piss up
fine.
one tree,
That's
several
fine.
trees,
But
but
then
they don't want you
see,
pissing on the
and here's the
trees.
thing, that's a double standard, and women are
It is.
tired of that. You cannot get with, as you say, a real woman and think you're gonna run that line on them, and they're gonna sit back and say, well, I can't be honest because I'm afraid he's not gonna talk to me anymore. That's your damn loss. You just be with somebody else then, because I'm
Well,
gonna tell you, guess what, Solomon, I'm dating.
Well, yeah, like I said, it's a big country. You could do whatever you want to do. Like I said, I'm not the coochie police, so I don't care.
Well, look, the reality is this, is men have, well, I should say young men. And when I say young men, I don't mean in age. Okay? I mean people in maturity.
Thank you.
Okay? So people of maturity does not say such obscene things because it makes absolutely no sense. A person of maturity understands that people have different perspectives on dating. People have different perspectives on whether I should date you and let you be around my kids, whether I should date you and allow you to come to my home, whether I should date you and you take me to some taco spot on the corner, or if you take me to Ruth's Chris. I mean, people have different perspectives on dating, but I don't think that it gives a man a right to say that, hey, if I date you, you should just date me. Who are you that I should just date you?
I feel like in the dating
So-
phases, you shouldn't even be exclusive.
So there's a relevance to this, Solomon, and please understand. So I'm gonna say it slow so you can catch it fast.
Tell them.
The point is this: when you are getting to know someone, you are basically agreeing with them to say, hey, I find you interesting enough to go out on a date with you, to share a meal with you, to share company with you. That does not denote to say that you're gonna be my man or I'm gonna be your woman. Because you may not have what it takes to live up to the expectations of what it means to be a man in my circle.
Yep, and I agree.
And vice versa. Don't think that I'm just saying this only for the group of the women. I'm also looking at it from the perspective of men. I think it's very important for people to understand that, again, if you come to the table a certain kind of way does not mean that a woman should say, oh, I'm just going to be with you. I'm just going to date you and see what happens.
That's right.
Because it may not work. You may look at me and say, man, she fine. I would love to take her to a movie. Okay, take me to a movie. And then at the end of the day, you may chew like a horse, act like a monkey. And I may say, I never want you to take me nowhere else again because you are not the man for me.
Or say things like,
So-
he gonna bust you down.
And vice versa. You may think that, oh, okay, she just look like a girl I want to take out. And then I want to stick and move on. Do you know what stick and move mean?
He does.
Okay, good. Okay, so if you say I want to stick and move, then I may say, you know what? You don't look like you live up to the pipe that I may need in my bed. It can be a majority of things. I'm not trying to be funny here. I'm trying to be real.
Yeah.
Dating.
Yeah.
But
Dating 5 and 6.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So dating is just a moment. It's a moment
In a
that
time.
you share with another human
Yes.
being that you find interesting.
But yeah, okay, and
That's
and
it.
that's from a woman perspective, but guys don't look at it the
Well,
same way.
because
That's all I'm
but
saying.
it's a difference
So-
between a guy and a man.
Oh yeah, okay.
A
sure.
man look at it from that perspective.
I don't think so.
Is
but-
it because
Well, I know men.
Well, no,
I know
I'm just
men.
saying that's
Is it
what
because of
I go and
territorial
consider. I mean, like I
men?
said, but this is how I feel about it. So and that's okay.
Do you think it's territorial? Like she's
No,
asking?
because I don't feel like I have to go and keep any woman on lock and act like, oh, that's my woman over there. No, my game keeps her on lock. That's what I talk to, but I know that she coming back to me because of who I am.
So why do you worry?
I don't worry about nothing.
But you do if you say that a woman is not allowed to you from your perspective, that she shouldn't date more than just you.
I don't care what I want. Like I said, it comes down to what I want. It comes down to what I want. If I want a relationship, then that's cool. I mean, then whatever. But it comes down to what I
Okay,
want.
so let's just clear this all up. Let's clear it all up. Ladies, let's just clear it all up for a minute. Let's give Solomon the benefit of the doubt. If you meet a woman, let's just say it's me,
Yeah.
because I'm shit anyway. But nevertheless, if you meet a woman, and let's say it's me, and you say, man, I'm really attracted to Carla. I would love to go out on a date with her. What is it about me that will say, if I say, hey, Solomon, you say, hey, Carla, are you dating? And I say, yeah, I'm seeing a few people, but nobody that really do it for me, but I go out on a date. What is, and if you're truly interested, if you want something real with me, then how do you sell yourself?
Oh, this I would say. Actually, I would say
Because that's basically what you do.
This I would say. Any
yourself.
woman besides your looks, though, I say this. So tell me something interesting about you.
So basically,
That's what I would say.
It's not relevant that she dates other people. It's relevant your interest in that woman.
Yeah, I mean, first, okay, I'm gonna see, okay, what's different about you versus everybody else. A lot of women just look good and everything, but then like how they're not gonna add value to me or my life, and they just, you know, a lot of women are just spoiled rotten, you know, and then a lot of them they basically spoiled beyond fixing.
Okay.
You know what?
Because a lot of guys
really
really just kiss a woman, but just because she looks good. Most guys. But guys like me that think, okay, so that's standard. Okay, you look good. Okay, but then how can you make me better? And what's interesting about you? I run into women who look good that they ain't about nothing
so Solomon,
all the time.
Basically, what you just said was you just co-signed what I said.
And how is that?
You basically are saying that it's not relevant that she's dating other people. It's relevant what you want from that particular woman.
That's what I said they want. I said that it depends on what I want.
But it took dating her to find that out.
No, I don't. I can talk to somebody.
You can't find that out unless you spend time with a person.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, spend time. But
it takes communication.
Yeah.
A lot of people like to communicate over a good plate of food because, I mean, let's face it, food is happy, right? It makes everybody happy. It's a source of happiness. So if you say that, hey, let's go out on a date, let's share a meal, and let's have a conversation, you can find out all those things that you're talking about through that conversation.
Yeah.
It took a date.
Yeah, okay.
It either takes the date or it takes the communication on the phone. See, for a sister like me, I don't have to date you. It could take you calling me and how articulative are you? Can you stimulate and man F my man?
Yeah, I agree with that though, but it's still when you're talking to somebody on the phone and also in person, it's totally different.
It is, but if you can't stimulate me on the phone, you're not getting it.
Yeah, that's how I am.
That's just me.
Yeah,
Me too.
It is.
That's the you dig 'em.
Because if you can't even speak like you know any Webster vocab, then I can't.
I mean, that's how it was back in the day, like leading up to times before social media and the internet. That's how it went down. Like you talked on the phone and got to know this person for a long time and built a relationship over the phone to the point where you actually wanted to hang out and look forward to seeing them. Everybody, most people don't date like that anymore, but I do. Like if the conversation is not interesting and you don't catch my attention and there's no chemistry there, we're definitely not going out.
And that should go both ways.
Right.
I think they go both ways.
How do you say when you don't see somebody, when you spend time away from somebody, it makes you, when you don't, it grows fonder for you when you're away from somebody. So when you're away from somebody and you talk to them a lot on the phone, it makes you want to be with them or see them. You get to know a person actually more over the phone than you do by being in person with them because, for one, Solomon, you've mentioned several times about how good a woman looks. You said that several times. You've mentioned several times about a woman being a bust down.
I said that's a start how good she looks.
But it doesn't matter. It does not matter. You said it, and you said it several times. So that means that's a focal point for you. You're trying to go around it, but that's what you're saying. You keep saying it. You're focused on that thing.
But then that may be what works for him. You see what I'm saying? We can't take that away from him because that's just not the guy for you.
But we're talking to him.
Yeah, we're talking to him, but that works for him.
But I mean, with anybody at first attraction goes off of how somebody looks. Then later on, it's about what they say and then how they act.
You know, a lot of times people, you know, they have their own reasons, like Carla mentioned, for why they do what they do. With who they do it with. You know what I mean? For you, it could be because Johnny Mays got a few dollars in his pocket. He can look like the floor. But if that's working for you because it benefits you at the time financially, then that's who you rolling with at that time financially. Now, if you're looking for a more stable relationship, you know, possible husband, I would say, then you're not looking for what's in his pockets. You're looking for how he interact with you and his intelligence level and what he's made up of and his history and his past and where he's going from here on out.
And that's the point I was making.
People need to slow down. I feel like everybody wants to move so quick. And if you don't have that time, if you can't take the time to get to know me and have those phone conversations, and you want to hurry up and rush and take me out and this and that, then it's like you're not willing to do what it takes to be in a relationship. You're not looking for a relationship, something serious. I mean, I don't understand, like, why would somebody even want to go out with somebody without taking that time to get to know a little bit about them over the phone?
Because everybody's not interested in getting to know you. And that's the problem now.
And so
you know why though? I blame it on I blame it on a lot of the women.
Yeah.
Because we open our doors, we open our car doors, we open our legs. We're just wide open.
But I get it.
I mean, a lot of women do, just to
Yeah.
say that they have a man or just to get that companionship for that small time frame. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So we're open to saying, you know what, we'll date him even though we know he's married. He's married. Or you got a lot of women that does it, that do it.
Yeah, they do.
You got women
They feel
that
like those
that'll
relationships have
take a
potential.
man in that don't have $5 in his pocket and take care of him. So
That's
then
it.
when he moves on to the next, he's expecting the same thing that he had received in past.
Yes.
Because you can tell in their conversation. Sometimes you be like, what are you used to? Like
Mhm.
why don't you know better? And it's because they don't do better. They don't do better, they don't know better.
Yeah, it is true. It's really hard though, because like with dating now, a lot of guys, I find that they do want to go out. They want to see a home and all this stuff so quick. And then, if you're not showing them that type of interest that fast, then they want to give up. They think that you don't like them, or they think that, the next woman has done it. And, so I feel like a lot of women, what they're starting to do is just give in, and they're lowering their standards by letting these guys come into their homes, meet their kids before they've even gotten a chance to get to know them and everything like that.
Yeah, that happens.
Because they're feeling like if they don't do it, then they're not going to find
and
out.
that's where
Most
dating
guys are doing that now.
That's where dating at home starts. Like, hey, what you doing? Oh, what you doing tonight? I'm gonna come through. Come through what?
Yeah.
Where?
Guys tell me
How? When? What?
I had a
No,
guy-
that's not an option.
Right. One of my guy friends, he told me that if you're not kissing and making out by the third date, that means that the woman is not interested in you. That's like some guy rule or something like that. And I'm like, my opinion is if you got a third date, then that means that she definitely
Definitely
Should have told him, if you ain't
You
sucking
gotta-
my toes by day 2, then that means you ain't serious. I mean, that's just ignorant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's definitely
that's how they
far-fetched.
think. I was dating this one guy, and that's
Suck
crazy
my
to
whole
me.
foot.
Oh my gosh, I had this
Have a
guy.
drink out my shoe.
Yeah,
We-
only two. Actually,
when I
that's
talk
the
about
extra
your
point. Well, Faye, can I chime in on that though? I mean, okay, just because she's not having sex with you by the third date or kiss you by the third date, I mean, she just don't like you.
Exactly.
So it could be this guy she
Could be
feeling and she'll bang him the first date versus this guy she ain't feeling.
Oh yeah.
So women treat all guys differently. And then,
different.
yeah, on the two, women also too love to try guys to see how far they can go and
They
see
go
how far
both
they can
ways.
get.
Men do that too.
Yeah.
They go both
I
ways.
still feel like if you got a third date, then she does have some interest in you. If
Unless
it's
she hungry.
not- right.
But I'm good. Like I mean,
She's like, I'm going to
honestly,
Ruth's Chris tonight.
honestly,
I'm going to Benihana tomorrow.
Well,
Going to
even
dine
if
in,
it's
Taco
a date
Thursday.
doesn't even necessarily have to be a guy sending money though. Like it could be anything. If you got a third date, then she's definitely interested in you. So I don't even understand.
Not all the
like-
time.
Well,
Not all the
She's
time.
interested in
Ira, you got something to say?
something.
Ira just came to the show, y'all. Ira, you got something to say,
True.
girl? Light it on up.
No,
girl.
because
Get your
it's I think each and every last one of us have entertained a guy more than the third time, and we knew he wasn't about $5.
I haven't. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
we have entertained.
But that's the dude you take to the taco spot. You don't take, you know what I'm saying? Come on now. You know it's the difference between the taco spot dude and the
I
Benihana
can't
dude.
say that for myself.
I'm just saying. You know, let's
feel
just keep it real.
I feel like I can't say that, but then I can because I've entertained for 10 years somebody I knew wasn't crap, but
Oh,
not as far
sorry,
as
sweetie.
dating. I didn't know from the moment, but I knew pretty early on, and I still.
This is not the dirty laundry out.
I'm just saying, I did it. I've never dated a guy, went out on several dates. No, like if I see it, it's just like no. My blacklist is extremely long.
It depends if it's around Christmas time.
How many gifts you want under that tree?
How
I'm
many
just
more
saying.
days we got on the list?
I don't know. I need to have that kind of patience.
That's a lot of patience, though, if you say you was with a guy that long and you knew he wasn't trash from jump.
I didn't know from jump.
So your tolerance, a lot of people's tolerance goes way longer than what we should allow.
I
So
mean,
to me, the principle is, at what point do you get tired? Seriously, remember the last show we
At this
had, I
point right
said, every woman, every man, Solomon is speaking for you too. Every woman, every man has to draw the line.
yeah.
You can't just itch and moan and talk about, oh, men don't do this, women don't do this. At what point are you going to say enough is enough?
Okay.
You have to become a better woman, and a man has to become a better man in order to attract a better man and a better woman.
I
That
agree
is
with that
very true.
200%.
So, well,
feel
with
me?
this particular thing, there was just a sign that the person was psychotic in the beginning. That's what I mean by that. And I was like, maybe not. We'll see. You know,
Ladies,
was an incident.
where do you think that our perspective, from a woman's perspective, where do you think the number one area where men are going wrong? Like, where is it from the time that you meet them? Where is it falling downhill? Is it
Their agenda.
the agenda?
Yeah, it's the agenda.
I think patience.
What they own.
I feel like guys.
But all of that comes with the agenda.
Mhm.
If a man meets you and you all about, oh, I want a man in my life. I want him to be 100%. I want him to hopefully someday be the father to my children. I want him to be the rock to my world. If you come in with one perspective in your mind,
Mhm.
and this man is coming like, that's all I want to do is split the dark oak.
Men need to be honest.
Come
Put it on
on,
the table.
it all comes
Everybody
with
does.
the agenda.
Everybody does.
Yeah, it comes with the agenda.
That was the first thing he said.
Yeah.
So how do you come to the table and just be blunt-faced honest?
I don't know why.
Blunt
guys
face
do
honest.
that.
Yeah, I know. That's all I know.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is somewhere is lacking between the time frame of you meeting and then getting there.
No, there's
Or
no
going
lacking.
further.
There's
Yeah.
no lacking. You know what it is? It's because if you come to the table with a man and you say, hey, this is my expectations of a relationship.
Mhm.
If you claim you want to be in a relationship with me, then this is what I expect of you as a man,
Mhm.
because this is what I'm bringing to you as a woman.
Mhm.
So if you come up short with what you bring,
Lacking.
exactly.
Mhm.
If you come up short with that, then you can't expect him to come up with anything different than what he's willing to give you in the first place. A man know a weak woman from a strong one. A man know a woman that he's willing to give his all to from a woman that he want to stick and move on.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So at the end of the day, to me, it has no relevance of the other person. It's all about the person you looking at in the mirror. In the mirror, you can't make up this man you want him to be. A lot of people fall in love with the mirage instead of falling in love with the facts.
That's both ways. I find that being.
It is both ways,
yes. A lot of
but
guys,
women fall more short of it than men.
Yeah.
Because we
They
all
do.
had our hearts broke.
Give.
If a man get his heart broke, he walking around with a Band-Aid on.
Mhm.
Okay, which means it's harder for him to heal from that. Women are more thirsty for relationships. We're more thirsty for being
It's our nature.
nurturers
It's our nature.
and
Emotional.
taking care
We're more
of.
emotional. Yeah.
That's just the makeup of
I
who
agree
we
with
are.
that. Yeah.
I know you're gonna agree with everything I say because I don't say nothing wrong.
No, I don't agree with that.
Anyway, stay in line.
You just messed that
Stay in
up.
line, Solomon.
Yeah, I was just saying.
No, I know, but it's a fact. And basically, how you come to this conclusion, it all takes wisdom. We all have been through experiences, but how many of us have learned from our
I
experiences?
definitely have.
When you learn from your experiences, the itching and moaning passes.
Yes, it does.
And you get to a point where it's like,
well, we should
what does
be
it
on
really
that
take?
page, but that's the problem. A lot of us don't learn from our experiences, and we continue to fall into the same hole and recycle.
Exactly. So perfect example. This is one thing that I hear like a whole lot from my clients. Like I'll be training a client, and she has like 2 kids with this one guy, and she said, "Oh man, he had 2 other kids." Okay, so you thought that you was different versus the other 2 women that he was with. You thought that you were special. So okay, that's basically okay, that's who he is. He's the guy that he's not responsible with his semen. So, but you was thinking that yeah, but they're still thinking, okay, but a lot of times women want, they say they basically want to change the worst type of guy.
You can't change people. That's stupid too.
Well, yeah, but that's the whole thing. It's the worst type of person
to want to change, but you can't change them.
can't
They have to
A man
want it.
is gonna want to change. A man changes because he wants to do better for that woman.
Yes, for that woman.
He don't change. He
I feel like
becomes
it's-
better
when
than he
you're
already
ready,
is.
I feel like the guy has to be ready in his point in life.
Exactly.
They become better for that person that they want to be with.
Mhm.
If they know they want to be with this person, they step themselves up to be with that person. That's
Yeah.
another thing too that I was thinking about. That's another thing that I was thinking about too. Like we all say we want to be married, we want a man.
I don't.
Are you marriage material? And that's something
a good point.
that people need to ask themselves. We'll say things and we will say, well, we want to be with this person. I want a husband. I want a wife. Are you marriage material?
I think that marriage material have stipulations on that too, because that's a broad ranged statement.
Well, man,
Marriage
but-
material.
Broad
Let me
statement,
tell you.
but
Hold
it goes
on.
back to the basics.
Let me tell you. Marriage material for a filthy rich man that has time to do nothing but travel around the world. Marriage material. Marriage material woman for him may be just a woman that could stay at home. That doesn't have baggage, that don't really have to, have any responsibilities.
I'm not
That may be
talking
marriage
about
material.
for a man. I'm talking about marriage
Mhm.
material. Are you marriage
Mhm.
material? I'm not talking about the other sex.
It go both
I
ways.
have to
Are you
ask
asking about the
myself.
responsibility?
Okay,
Right.
guys, look.
Okay, yeah.
Bottom line here is that I think that we've all come together and we've come to the conclusion that men suck. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No. Check us out every Thursday at 11 p.m.
Emotionally
on
dishonest.
Intellectual Radio.
Men are
It's
logical.
complicated. It's complicated. Thanks for
Stuff based
joining.
off of how they feel. 1 + 1 equals how I feel.
Started believing that when it's dead, it's gone. It was all good, now you can't keep it strong. Said it started leaving, when it's dead, it's gone. It was all good, now you can't keep it strong. She said she love it when I'm flashing on my cash, but she hate the game we play. It's a dirty game, okay? Ay, get too complicated when you think the same. Who to blame when you cheat? Don't complain. Yeah, every time I go out, she be tripping, hit the plan B. Hopped up in another with that, just getting nasty. Don't you fall in love, got the matching brown panties. Man, so freaky, she be freaky nasty. I just rolled another one, I just popped another one. Sneaking, geeking, tripping, cause you'll be on another one. I just smashed another one, the DJ Khaled another one. Now I got a man, stealing sauce, grab a poppy pan. Stealing sauce, now what you thought? They say it costs to be the boss. Relationship just seem to fall, all up in it, Randy Moss. You hot this summer, take it off, that after party gon' be lit. Freaky, that freaky. Relationship, complicated. Say you cheat, say you cheat. She know you will. Say you leave, pack your bag. No time for love, too complicated. Dang, she said it's hard to leave it, but when it's dead, it's gone. It was all good, now you can't keep it strong. Said it's hard to leave it, when it's dead, it's gone. It was all good, now you can't keep it strong. She said she love it when I'm flashing on my cash, but she hate the game we play. It's a dirty game, okay? Ay, get too complicated when you think the same. Who to blame when you cheat? Don't complain. Yeah, complications, relations, patience is out. She asking Facebook, Instagram these questions. These just steady be scheming. Gucci, Versace, my lobby is full of these bitches plotting. I pick them right for the picking. Hello, it's always so complicated. We can't even have a conversation without somebody arguing, without somebody getting out of line, yelling. We can't even get along. This relationship just too complicated. She said it's hard to leave it, but when it's dead, it's gone. It was all good, now you can't keep it strong. Said it's hard to leave it, when it's dead, it's gone. It was all good, now you can't keep it strong. She said she love it when I'm flashing on my cash, but she hate the game we play. It's a dirty game, okay? Ay, get too complicated when you think the same. Who to blame when you cheat? Don't complain. Yeah.